When dealing with a challenging underground transformer installation at a marina, several conduit and cable options are available to navigate obstacles like pilings and ensure safe, reliable electrical connection. Firstly, flexible PVC electrical conduit, also known as liquidite, is a strong contender. It is available in sizes up to 4 inches, potentially allowing for a direct shot from the panel to the transformer. This provides ample space for the paralleled aluminum conductors while offering flexibility to maneuver around obstructions. Secondly, consider rigid metallic conduit or RMC. While not as flexible as PVC, RMC can be bent using specialized tools to follow a path around obstacles. It provides excellent mechanical protection for the conductors, a crucial factor in the harsh marine environment. Thirdly, intermediate metallic conduit, or IMC, presents a lighter and more flexible alternative to RMC. IMC is also suitable for outdoor applications and can be bent more easily, simplifying the process of navigating around pilings. Now let's examine cable installation options. Flexible non-metallic sheath cable, or FNMC, is typically limited to 2 inches in diameter. However, exploring specialized manufacturers might reveal larger sizes suitable for your application. This could be an option if the conductor size and voltage drop requirements align. Cross-linked polyethylene or XLPE cable offers another compelling solution. XLPE cable is highly flexible and known for its ability to withstand harsh conditions, including submersion in water. It can be installed in a trench or directly buried, eliminating the need for conduit altogether. Beyond these specific options, several other factors merit careful consideration. Conduit lengths must be calculated accurately to minimize voltage drop and prevent overheating. Using appropriately sized conductors for the length of run is paramount in keeping the voltage drop within an acceptable level. Also consider leaving sufficient access around the installation for future maintenance and inspections. The appearance of the conduit installation should complement the surrounding environment. Thoughtfully routing and supporting the conduit contributes to a professional and aesthetically pleasing outcome. Selecting conduit and fittings that are specifically designed to resist corrosion is essential in the marine environment. Galvanized steel, stainless steel, or PVC-coated options provide enhanced protection against saltwater exposure. Always consult local electrical codes and regulations to ensure compliance with all applicable standards. This may involve specific requirements for grounding, bonding, and wiring methods in marine environments. Grounding is especially critical at marinas to protect against electrical shock hazards around docks and boats. Follow all relevant sections of the National Electrical Code, or NEC, for proper sizing and installation of grounding conductors and equipment. Bonding all metallic parts of the electrical system, including conduits, enclosures, and equipment, creates a low impedance path for fault currents. This helps to quickly trip over current protection devices, such as circuit breakers, in the event of a ground fault, minimizing the risk of electrical shock. Consider the potential for physical damage to the conduit or cable installation from boats, equipment, or debris. Choose materials and installation methods that provide adequate protection against impact, abrasion, and other potential hazards. Ensure that all conduit connections are watertight to prevent water from entering the system and causing corrosion or electrical faults. Use appropriate sealing methods, such as threaded connections with sealant or compression fittings with O-rings, to achieve a reliable watertight seal. Regularly inspect the conduit and cable installation for signs of damage, corrosion, or deterioration. Address any issues promptly to prevent further damage and ensure the continued safety and reliability of the electrical system. When paralleling conductors, as in this case with 4 sets of aluminum conductors, ensure that each conductor set is the same length, conductor size, insulation type, and is terminated in the same manner. This ensures that the current is evenly distributed across all conductors, preventing overloading and potential overheating. Use appropriately sized lugs and connectors that are specifically designed for use with aluminum conductors. Apply an antioxidant compound to the aluminum conductors before making connections to prevent corrosion. Properly torque all connections to the manufacturer's specifications to ensure a reliable and secure electrical connection. Consider the environmental conditions at the marina. including temperature extremes, humidity, and exposure to sunlight. Choose conduit and cable materials that are suitable for these conditions and will not degrade over time. For example, ultraviolet or UV resistant PVC conduit is recommended for outdoor applications to prevent it from becoming brittle and cracking. Label all conduit and cable runs clearly to identify their purpose and destination. This helps to prevent confusion during future maintenance or troubleshooting. Use weather-resistant labels that will not fade or peel off over time. Use cable ties or straps to secure the conduit and cable runs to support structures at appropriate intervals. This prevents sagging and strain on the conductors, ensuring a neat and professional installation. Choose cable ties or straps that are made from corrosion-resistant materials such as stainless steel or UV-resistant nylon. Consider the potential for future expansion of the electrical system when planning the conduit and cable installation. Leave some extra capacity in the conduit runs to accommodate additional conductors if needed. Install pull boxes or junction boxes at strategic locations to facilitate future wiring modifications or additions. Document the entire conduit and cable installation, including the location of all conduits, cables, pull boxes, and junction boxes. Create a detailed drawing or diagram of the electrical system and keep it in a safe place for future reference. This documentation will be invaluable for troubleshooting, maintenance, and future modifications to the electrical system. Consult with a qualified electrical engineer or contractor to ensure that the conduit and cable installation meets all applicable codes and regulations and is suitable for the specific application and environment. An experienced professional can provide valuable insights and recommendations to ensure a safe and reliable electrical system. Remember that safety is paramount when working with electricity. Always energize the circuit before working on any electrical components. Use appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, such as gloves, safety glasses, and insulated tools. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician to perform the work. Obtain all necessary permits and inspections before starting the conduit and cable installation. This ensures that the work is done in compliance with all applicable codes and regulations and that the electrical system is safe and reliable. Coordinate the conduit and cable installation with other trades working on the project, such as plumbers and carpenters. This helps to avoid conflicts and ensure that the electrical system is integrated seamlessly with the other building systems. Consider the aesthetics of the conduit and cable installation and choose materials and methods that are visually appealing. A well-designed and installed electrical system can enhance the overall appearance of the marina. Choose conduit and cable colors that blend in with the surrounding environment. Use concealed wiring methods where possible to minimize the visibility of the electrical system. Keep the conduit and cable runs neat and orderly. Avoid unnecessary bends and splices. Ensure that the conduit and cable installation is accessible for maintenance and repairs. Provide adequate clearance around electrical equipment to allow for easy access. Install pull boxes or junction boxes at strategic locations to facilitate future wiring modifications or additions. Use labeling and documentation to help locate and identify electrical components. Consider the long-term costs of the conduit and cable installation, including maintenance, repairs, and replacements. Choose materials and methods that are durable and long-lasting. Implement a regular inspection and maintenance program to identify and address any potential problems early on. When selecting a contractor for the conduit and cable installation, choose one that has experience working in marina environments. A contractor with experience in marina electrical systems will be familiar with the unique challenges and requirements of these installations. Check the contractor's references and ensure that they are properly licensed and insured. Obtain multiple bids from different contractors to ensure that you are getting a fair price for the work. Review the contractor's proposal carefully to ensure that it includes all of the necessary work and materials. When selecting conduit and cable materials, consider the availability and lead time for each option. Some materials may be difficult to obtain or may have long lead times, which could delay the project. Check with your supplier to ensure that the materials you need are readily available. Consider the weight of the conduit and cable materials when designing the support system. Heavy materials may require additional support to prevent sagging and strain on the conductors. Consult with a structural engineer to ensure that the support system is adequate for the weight of the electrical system. Consider the potential for rodent damage to the conduit and cable installation. Rodents can chew through electrical insulation, causing short circuits and other problems. Use rodent-resistant conduit and cable materials or install rodent guards to protect the electrical system. Consider the potential for theft of the conduit and cable materials. Secure the materials in a locked storage area to prevent theft. Install security cameras or alarms to deter thieves. Consider the impact of the conduit and cable installation on the environment. Choose materials and methods that are environmentally friendly. Dispose of waste materials properly. Minimize the use of hazardous materials. Consider the use of renewable energy sources, such as solar panels, to power the marina. This can reduce the marina's reliance on fossil fuels and lower its carbon footprint. Consider the potential for lightning strikes to the marina. Install lightning protection systems to protect the electrical system and other structures from lightning damage. Use surge protection devices to protect sensitive electronic equipment from voltage surges caused by lightning strikes or other electrical disturbances. Regularly test and inspect the lightning protection system to ensure that it is functioning properly. Consider the potential for flooding at the marina. Install electrical equipment above the floodplain to prevent damage from flooding. Use waterproof conduit and cable materials. Install some pumps to remove water from flooded areas. Consider the potential for fire at the marina. Install fire detection and suppression systems to protect the electrical system and other structures from fire damage. Use fire-resistant conduit and cable materials. Maintain a clear fire lane around the marina to allow for fire trucks to access the site. Develop a fire safety plan and train employees on how to respond to a fire emergency. Consider the potential for accidents at the marina. Install safety barriers to protect people from electrical hazards. Use warning signs to alert people to potential dangers. Provide training to employees on electrical safety procedures. Regularly inspect the marina for safety hazards and take corrective action to eliminate them. Consider the potential for vandalism at the marina. Install security cameras and alarms to deter vandals. Use vandal-resistant conduit and cable materials. Maintain a well-lit marina to deter vandals. Develop a vandalism prevention plan and train employees on how to respond to vandalism. By considering all of these factors, you can ensure that the conduit and cable installation at the marina is safe, reliable, and environmentally friendly. Selecting flexible PVC electrical conduit, liquidite, in a suitable size is often the most viable choice, balancing flexibility, protection, and ease of installation. Remember to prioritize safety and compliance with all applicable codes and regulations.